Usually when I start by doing the ground line. It's important because ground line, when you're doing car, a car is a car, so it has 4 wheels on the ground. So we take a wheel, we make a circle, okay, we draw in the air and then we touch the paper. Then we use the wheel as our measure to create the right proportions for a wheelbase. So about 3 wheels you can put here, voila, same size. And then we do the same thing to determine the height of the car. So we do 2 wheels and a half. So this is going to be the height of our car. So this is the wheelbase. We have to draw a little bit light, okay? And then we're gonna work on the line quality afterwards. Now what do? We start to draw the base of an hypothetical car, okay? And when we do this, we can see right away that we have the ground line and the base of our car. Since we're doing a side view, the side view is also a perspective. So we have to imagine a perspective like that, okay? So 1 point perspective here. So we see a little bit of the bottom of the car, okay? We see also a little bit of the wheels of the other side, which is going to be basically over here. So we can draw a line there. Same thing for the right wheel, so we can draw a line here. Then we see the ground line here in perspective. So we do a line like that. Then this is horizontal. And then coming out to the other wheel. Now, when I do this exercise, you can start seeing that we have an object with 2 wheels posing on a ground line with this shadow. So what we're going to do now, we take that shadow, all this area, which is going to be basically black, okay? And we're going to make it dark right away. That's how I do. Because this gives me the opportunity to understand where I am. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know yet. But the most important thing is to follow always a method. I mean, this is my method, what I learned at school, but you're going to develop your own method. But it is important that we start, here we try to be less stronger, so that I can make a sort of a gradation of our shadow. This will give a certain dynamic effect to the overall sketch. Okay? So here 2. Okay, so we can see now we have our base. Now we have to start drawing the car. So the car has a wheel well in the front and in the rear, okay? Then a car has a base, has a bumper, has a belt line, okay, more or less in this area, and then it has a cabin. So, okay. Okay, so when we do a center line, this is the Y0, the center line, okay? Doing a center line, we can start understanding also what type of parameters we would like to give to our car. Now, I'm not going to do a design, okay? I can't. But what I will do is just a basic shape. It's up to you to make the design. You have to copy the exercise at home, looking at this video, and then you have to try to do your own design. That's the purpose of this short demo. Okay, so you have a belt line there. Let's make it go a little bit higher, which is more interesting because it's more dynamic. Then we have a C pillar here, a B pillar in the center, an A pillar in the front. Let's make it very more modern, so let's say that everything is glass, okay? here we make a line of the side part of our front. The rear is basically flat, so it's okay, no big deal. Now let's start working a little bit our line work, okay? Now we're gonna make some, we're gonna reinforce some lines, because we want to make sure that those lines push the car, make the car dynamic. We can start seeing better, because with all light lines we don't see anymore our car, so we have to start understanding what we're doing, and we start hitting stronger the lines that for us are the most important lines that will determine our design, okay, our car shape. So here, do that. Now this is maybe too much of a wall, so we're gonna try to lighten it up like that. You see, I'm starting to make some details that are not exactly the same lines we started with. Now let's make a generic and another generic rear graphic. So now that we have a few details and we have fixed a little bit our center line to make it look better according to our taste, okay, let's start going a little bit in details about some reflections. This is important to understand also a little bit the shape of the car, the volume of the car. So we have glass here, okay. Here let's say that we have a sort of cut model. So we have a cut line there, which is our door. So let's apply always the same technique, a little bit of the shading. We're gonna create also a little bit of a transparency effect, which is very nice to do. Now you're gonna see. So the back line I make a little bit darker. I make a lot darker the top of our reflections. Okay, here we have the reflection of the sun. Okay, there too. And then here in this area, in the back, let's imagine we have our pillar, our structure. That area we can make it a little bit darker, just a little bit darker. Now you see it looks like there is a transparency, and that's what we want to do. We just want to add few details like that. It gives a certain type of realism to our sketch. Okay. Here we do the same thing. A little bit lighter. Okay. Those are reflections. And now if you want to put a sort of a background, I always suggest you to make a very simple background. If we have a car which is very rectangular, we cannot make a rectangular background, because this is gonna work against our composition. So we have to make something, for example, squarish. Look at this. Okay, there you go. Our sketch is finished, okay? And I hope that you're gonna be with me next for the next video. Okay, so stay tuned and thank you very much. Ciao.